Здорово! Даньків продовжує проходити Fallout Новий Вегас. Ну що ж, тепер ми нарешті відправимося до Братства Сталі. Ящики. І закритий бункер. Ага. Тут, значить, не чути ні хрена. Нічого. Я знав, що так буде. Там є ще один вхід. Кстати, приходити в Hidden Valley, щоб виявити вхід, бажано вдень, тому що вночі тут страшні пилові бурі. І ви хрен що побачите. Уж повірте, я пам'ятаю, як я шукав. Старий воєнний бункер. Опа!
Listen very closely and do as I say. Your life depends on it. Hand over everything you're carrying. Weapons, ammo, clothes, armor, everything. I want you stripped down to your underwear. I've told you what to do. Strip off your clothes and equipment or face summary execution. Will you comply? Take it all off and hand it to me. Then come inside and through the door at the rear of the chamber. Paladin Ramos is waiting for you.
Да, ми в прямому смислі розділись до нижнього білья. Лишився тільки піп-бой.
How the hell did you get in here? Normally I would have already shot you, but I'm under orders to bring you to the Elder. Will you come peacefully? Okay. I'll take you to him. Follow me, closely, or you'll be shot.
How did you find us, stranger? And do tell the truth. You took an extreme risk in coming here. My policy towards trespassers has not been lenient. The security of this bunker is my foremost concern, and I take pains to minimize our exposure topside. For this reason, I might be interested in contracting with an outsider who can accomplish certain tasks. Some basic, some a bit more involved. An NCR ranger has begun to set up post in one of the other bunkers up top, for example. I want him driven off. Understood? I never said the ranger had to be killed, and I wasn't giving you the option. I merely asked if you understood. Paladin Ramos will escort you back to the bunker's entrance and set you loose. Notice that I said loose, not free. You are not free to carry the secret of this bunker's location beyond Hidden Valley, until I'm convinced that you're capable and dependable. To underscore this point, you'll be fitted with an explosive collar. Wander off and it will detonate. Focus on your mission, and you'll be fine.
You'll find your equipment in the chest to your right. Don't bother coming back until you've dealt with the ranger.
Ну, блін. Хардкоріще, правда? Да. Це вам не третій і четвертий Fallout. На заході Братство Сталі, ну, по крайній мірі, на момент цих событий кончені йому такі. Ну, як я вже упоминав, вони просто собирають технології і складірують їх. Взагалі ніяк практично їх не використовують, окрім енергооружия і силової броні. А так, по суті, технології хороняться. Тепер сохранимося.
Thought you'd sneak up on me, you filthy powder ganger? Ha! Got some claws on you, little lady. I like that. What can I do for you? Dobson's my name. I'm an NCR ranger operating out of Camp McCarran north of here. Reading man by birth, though. Well, I thought I might set up a safe house in one of the bunkers here. Between the remote location and the dust storms, I figured it was ideal. Of course, seems a lot less remote since you showed up. Plus, I haven't been able to get my radio working, and a safe house is no good without one. I reckon I'll stick around a while, patrol for troublemakers, see if I can get that radio working. Criminal scum that have infested this region, attacking caravans and regular folk just passing through. The dangerous ones are roamers, though there's another group that mostly stays put over at the prison southwest of here. Or so they did, till NCR brass finally mustered up enough troops to take out the trash. Wish I could have been there.
Взагалі-то це я їх вибив.
Standard practice. Rangers operate on our own most of the time, and that's how we like it. Usually we call in our positions to McCarran to be relayed to other Rangers, but I can handle myself. I'm sure as hell not gonna lose any sleep on account of a goddamn broken down radio. But it will shorten my stay if I can't fix it. Oh, and in your expert opinion, why would that be? Now, why would I do that? You see some powder gangers on the approach or something? A Brotherhood base? Here? Are you shitting me? No one's seen them for years. I don't suppose you've got a scrap of evidence to support this wild-eyed claim of yours. I'll be. Let me take a look at that. All this is a slave collar. Seen plenty of these infernal contraptions in my day, and I know just how to spring them. Hold still. There, it's off. Now, thing is, a slave collar seems a little too basic for the Brotherhood. That's not to say I don't believe you, but... Did you just hear something?
Опа! Так. Це жесткач, правда? Стоп. Я потеряв карму? Ні, це не варіант. Виходить, чесно розказати рейнджеру, це не варіант. Та й, блін, маловероятно, що він пережив цю жопу.
You've seen that with... God Damn. I knew Cook's gang passed through these parts about that frequently, but I didn't know they holed up here. Be a rude awakening to find 15 of those merciless bastards looking down at me snoozing on my bedroll. Yep, I'd be better off setting up an ambush along one of their routes to catch stragglers. Thanks for the information. You may have saved my life. Sorry, but I've got a long hike ahead of me. You take care.
Ладно. Так буде лучше і для рейнджера, і для братства. Якщо братство виповзе і рейнджер погибне, ще й, так сказати, зі слідами енергооружия їхнього, вони будуть в повній жопі. Мені, чесно кажучи, цих мудаків взагалі не жалко. Кучка сумасшедших ізоляціоністів. От якщо бомбісти захищають свій дім, то братство просто кучка технопридурків. Ну, принаймні тут. І вони потім і справились. На це вказує то, що вони признали власть старейшини Мексона. Через 2 роки після цих событій. Старейшини на Заході признали його власть, а на Сході, якби, братство перестало бути мудаками. О, блін, не туди зайшов. Трошки запутане місце.
Stand back from the door. The Elder's eager to hear your report.
How did you resolve the situation with the Ranger? Gone. Why did he leave? And what makes you think he won't be back? Yes, you exploited his fear of powder gangers very effectively. The collar includes a microphone, you see. Part of the test. He'll keep his distance, setting ambushes, never suspecting that these bunkers house something far more dangerous to him than criminals. Well played. Since you completed your assigned task, I will allow you to come and go from the bunker freely. So let's get that collar off you. There, that's better, I hope. Now that we have that bit of unpleasantness out of the way, there is a matter that I would like to discuss with you. Stop by the command room when you can. Oh, and bear in mind, if you end up betraying us, we will know it, and there will be no mercy.
Ох, ніхера собі висказування.
Your presence here, let's just say it's highly irregular. Outsiders aren't even allowed to know that our bunker's here, let alone come and go freely. You impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. He must believe that you'd be very useful. That's right. Nothing gets in or out of here without me knowing it. Normally, that would have fallen under my jurisdiction, but the Elder thought it'd provide a good test for you, so I backed off. Under the lockdown, only essential personnel are permitted to enter or leave. That includes supply runners and high-security patrols. All other personnel are forbidden to leave, and any personnel that were out there when the lockdown was enacted are forbidden from returning.
Ну що, старейшина? Пішли в зал управління. Послушники.
Sorry, but I'm a little busy here, if you'll excuse me.
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. I guess the NCR is finally getting serious about fighting the Legion.
Ну що ж. ними ми ще поговоримо.
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. Guess the NCR is finally getting serious.
Коротше, новина про прибуття сюди рейнджерів-ветеранів. Ну що тепер, скажем старейшим?
When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of great use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here. Though no, we will be keeping an eye on you. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us? Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them. That is unfortunate. As long as there is a chance to find the remaining patrol, however, I must still ask you to try. I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Сильно вас, похоже, прижало. Раз даже ви, упороті фанатики, почали ділитися боєприпасами.
Found the missing patrols, or was some... It's a protective measure that was enacted after our defeat at Helios. The NCR was hot on our heels, and we wouldn't have survived another encounter. It was decided that we would stay quiet for a time, heal the wounded, and try to come up with a new strategy. However, after we had fully recuperated, our first scouting measures showed that the NCR's presence in this region had only increased in our absence. There are now more than 5 times the number of NCR troops in the area as when we fought them, and we have half the number we did at Helios. And so the lockdown has been extended. To go outside would be the death of us all. We have some personnel that are allowed to travel on the surface. They trade for what we need and occasionally drop off what they acquire. We make sure that they only enter or leave the bunker while the sandstorm is active, to avoid detection. That is this base's defensive system. It serves as camouflage and masks all entry and exit from the bunker. We use it to hide our patrols and supply runners, though we still send such out at night to be extra safe. Yes, I've always known they were. Luckily, they don't know exactly where we are. And even if they did, our position here is fortified. And assuming they managed to breach the bunker, I would be forced to activate our failsafe system. Better we all die than allow the technology we have here to fall into such unworthy hands.
Сумасшедший фанатик. Но система самоуничтоження, це цікаво. Він сам проболтався, що є можливість самим знищити бункер разом з 7 братками.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say? As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years, and those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by, and many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations, and all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed. Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced. I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more combat experience than any two others here put together. I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward and make the attempt, so it falls to me. I would put this chapter back on the right path, if I could just assume leadership. I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it? I half expected you to say that. In which case, I'll continue to pursue the matter on my own. Should you continue dealing with the Elder and find yourself beginning to see my point of view, I'll be around.
Да, ідіоти, зніміть, блін, режим ізоляції. І НКР вас зістре в порошок з легкістю. Ваша силова броня проти ветеранів з крупнокаліберними снайперками – ніщо.
Found the missing patrols? That is unfortunate. Found the missing patrols?
Ну, сказати про оце не можна. Я, звісно, можу мгновенно підірвати бункер. Просто дійшовши до відповідної кнопочки.
You're being watched, so don't get... any ideas.
О, це жесть.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell. It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is. Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment. One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it. Oh, there are patrols, just not exploratory ones. We've been in a state of lockdown for, well, let's just say it's been a while. The only time anyone gets to go topside is guard duty, or to gather provisions. Other than that, it's steel walls and fluorescent lights for us. Nah, it's not so bad. The world outside isn't exactly a paradise, you know. Still, you can only breathe recirculated air for so long. We've got more than a few people in here who are going a little stir-crazy. I don't have time to think about silly things like politics right now. My main concern right now is getting this blasted data store up and running. Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest. Yes, did you have an idea that might help us? What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move. You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a little easier for us. Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing. Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
Ну давай.
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. I guess the NCR
The
is
virus
finally
just
getting
jumped.
serious about
Find which
fighting the
terminals it
Legion.
went.
Це не то. Блять. Отлично.
Ten seconds.
Ну.
Damn it. Jumped. Did you want to try isolating the... All right. I'll monitor when it jumps.
Ну, кажи.
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged. You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right? I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. He's a take-charge sort of fellow. Standing around's not his strong suit. I myself often wish we could end this interminable stasis and begin moving forward again. Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to what I can, but that's not much. The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they'd constitute a security risk. Good luck getting anything out of him. You might have better luck with another member of the senior staff. Try talking to them about it.
Ну, почитаємо інформацію. Ніхрена собі установка. Ще 752 роки буде снабжати.
10
Що ж, дякую за інфу. Ну, правда, протягом 752 років ще може стільки помінятися. Може взагалі
Hello.
мір оправиться від такої жопи. Та, звісно, оправиться. До того моменту про ядерний апокаліпсис всі вже й забудуть. Точніше, від нього може й сліда не лишиться. Рицарі, писарі. Всякі станки. Ну, понятно, тут можна щось для себе зробити.
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
Ладно, ладно. Капсули віртуальної реальності, де проходять обучалку. Термінал самоуничтоження і підтвердження самоуничтоження. Взорвать бункер як в будь-який момент.
Yes, what is it? Ah, the outsider. I suppose it's too much to ask that jarhead Ramos to keep outsiders away from my research. I am head scribe Taggart, and I am much too busy to deal with the likes of you right now. Yes, what is it?
От де їхні рицарі проходять обучалку.
Hello, outsider.
Ну, понятно, туалет.
Then you bring your second unit up to provide covering fire, like so.
Понятно, тут хтось живе.
Hello, you must be the outsider everyone's talking about. I'm Linda Schuller. If you ever need medical attention, this is the place to come. Yes, I handle all medical needs in the bunker. If you're ever wounded, I can treat you. For a fee. Normally I'd just be the base's medical officer. But my other duties say otherwise. I'm this bunker's head scribe in everything but name. I supervise the research teams. I collate the reports. I attend the meetings. But for reasons beyond me, that buffoon Taggart still gets the title. And don't get me started on that little pet of his. Everyone around here knows what's going on there but her. Oh, I tried. The Elder listened patiently to my carefully constructed argument regarding why the buffoon should lose his position. Then he just as patiently explained to me that Taggart's work was vital to our cause, and that he wasn't to be trifled with lesser matters. But vital to our cause? Hardly. We have equipment here to treat most physical injuries. Lacerations, broken bones, that sort of thing. We also carry a full supply of antitoxins. You may have noticed the bark scorpions up above. Though tiny, their venom packs quite a punch. Treating scorpion stings is my most common procedure. I can also treat any form of radiation sickness you pick up out in the waste. No matter what stage. Save the last. Thanks. NCR military transmissions say the robots on the strip have been upgraded. Wish me luck.
Oh, hey there.
Ого. Просто супер. Понятно, куда нам йти. Такс. Спочатку, правда, перемістимося в Прім. От, до речі, ці пилові бурі, про які я казав. Спойлер, це і вони штучні. Це система защити бункера. Тут видно такі, як вентиляційні отвори з пропелерами. От вони... От через них і починається це обділення. Давай, братан, пішли. Десь бун дівся, ну не важно. Ми тут ще знайдемо супутника собі. Кстати, я в дійстві так і не показав цього монстра. Класичний оцей бойський револьвер, так сказати. Дуже повільна перезарядка. Но мощний. Тут, кстати, оцих пугал бажано вбивати коп'ями. Що, блін. Тут просто є одне специфічне іспитання. Вибивати чудіш катанами, мачете, метательними коп'ями, ножами і топорами або з допомогою динаміта. Кентаври до них відносяться, до речі. Та, блін, тут, думаю, очевидно. Я так і, чесно кажучи, не узнав, нашу ця кров кентавра потрібна. Но я не раз її знаходив. Наш робо-братан, кстати, стріляє тепер синіми енергозарядами з більшою скоростельністю. Мерзота, яка водиться разом з супермутантами. Ще один результат зараження вірусом рукотворної еволюції. Нахрена мені череп Браміна? А, вот і отмечено. Патруль Братства вийшов вночі. Слово. Стоп.
Where did you get that eye body? I've never seen one modified quite like that.
Откуда в мене робоглаз? Купив! На відміну від вас, дебілів. Кое-хто торгує технологіями. Ну. От і пусті шприци, які в мене вже давно охоплюються, пригодились.
I heard some special squad of Rangers on its way to the Vegas area.
О, кстати. В прошлому давалося договарюватися з мутантами.
Found the missing patrols, or... They were all dead then. I suppose I'm not surprised. We have few friends in the world above, and many enemies. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also sent 3 knights out on scouting missions. When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single communication to the scouts to hold position and maintain radio silence. I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports. Like the patrols, they have devices on them that will enable you to track them. When you find them, tell them you're my representative and ask them if the bears are still hunting. That should get them to talk to you. Return when you've gathered all of their reports. Have you had any luck finding the...
Розвідчики. Поцікаво, конкретно ці розвідчики біля тих місць, де я вже побував. Значить, це буде не важко. Лучше наладити отношення з братством, ніж його знищувати. Думаю, очевидно, що НКР аж так настільки блатні союзники. Хоч мудаки, но мудаки з силовою бронею. і енергооружієм. Що ж, Бун, походу, вернувся в новах. Я спеціально сюди й прибув. Ні. Його тут нема. А стоп, він же вроді по ночах дежурить. Ей. Бун, ти де? Так, відправлятися на схід без... Без такого напарника важко. Право вниз, південний схід. Ти що, його случайно попросив почекати? Хреново. Південний захід. Ей, снайпер, ти де застряг? А, кстати, стоп, тут є методичка на случай вот такого. Вот. Кстати, прекрасний предохранитель від багів. Тепер пройдемося. Знову візьмемо напарників. Просто біля... До лагеря НКР, там же легіонери часто шастають. Мені якось стрьомно туди йти без підтримки. Ну, я мав на увазі без мощної підтримки.
CR ain't got the wood.
Треба провірити. Бун може дежурити і коли ще світло. Ні, от Ненні.
What's going on, man? Hey.
You need to leave. Is it time?
Зразу видно блатнос. О. Тримає в відьорки гранати. Хорошо. На південь від лагеря є ось це. Ну, один з цих розвідчиків.
Approach slowly, stranger. If you have no business with me, then go. Then I am sworn to report. I've been dividing my time between the camps to the north and south of here. One belongs to the NCR, the other to a band of slavers known as Caesar's Legion. I was sure the NCR would quickly win, but that has not happened. Instead, the two sides maintained a long stalemate, and only after an extended duration did the NCR finally destroy its opponent. When they did, it appeared they did so with the help of fresh reinforcements. I do not believe they could have managed the feat without them. That savages such as these could last so long against the NCR is troubling. Please, take my findings to the Elder. He'll know what to make of this. Quick now, off with you.
О. Ага.
The Elder...
Самим почитати це і довбані замітки не получиться.
Must see that report.
Блін. Довбані глюки з екраном. Нічого. Да, я пригадую це завдання. Треба обійти тюрягу по кругу. Вон розвідчик. Добре. Ручок москітового дерева, чи як воно там. Яка печера. Теж мені розвідчик так заметно стоїть.
What do you want? And don't try anything funny. You speak truly, for it is unlikely that an outsider would know both the Elder's name and that passphrase. Very well. I've been observing the penal facility there in the distance for some time now, after having followed some rather disturbing rumors. The facility was run by the NCR for a time, but the prisoners overcame their guards and now use the prison as a base from which to conduct raids. What puzzles me is why these men have been allowed to run wild for so long unchecked. Why has the NCR not retaken this place? Give this to the Elder. My observations are all within. Perhaps he will have a better idea of what this situation portends.
Ну, твої дані вже не актуальні, тому що, як би, з зеками покончено. То й не успіла. Судячи зі звуків, там патруль НКР зіткнувся з патрулем Братства. Ой, блін, легіонерами. О, добратися туди та ще проблема. Логово койотів недалеко, так? Ну, койоти мене не хвилюють, скажу прямо. Навик друг животних і з ними працює, вони на мене не кинуться.
Don't take another step if you value your life. For what purpose do you approach me? Strange that the Elder should send an outsider, but I suppose he has his reasons. My observations have mostly focused on the small town to the south of here. It was cruelly attacked, its inhabitants slain nearly to the last. That such an act could occur so far west is nearly unthinkable. The NCR has forces in all directions, and an outpost scant miles west from here. That they have not responded to this violence shows either an unwillingness or inability to properly defend their borders, which is telling. I've collected such musings in this report. Please take it to the Elder. Watch out!
Boom! Okay.
That's the left. Yeah.
Почекайте. Ні, не так.
That's the last of the ammo.
Воу, воу, воу. О.
Can't punch through.
Рад скорпіони. Що з 4 придурками менше. Там вище, пам'ятаю, є ще кого можна забрати. Бідний койотик. Це не ночний охотник був, а звичайний койот. О, бун.
Not my strong. Yeah, you fine by me.
Оце хрінь тобі нашу. Красиво. Так, я не понял, куда мої патрони ділись? Да, вот вам и патруль.
Looks like Mr. House is out of reach. One more step closer to it.
Our instruments show some impressive power fluctuations coming from across the river. What's going on?
О, тут якась типа... А, стрельбище. Все ясно.
The word came down from the Elder that I'm to offer you some of our lesser wares. As if I didn't have other matters on my mind. If you must know, my inventory check this week shows that our weapon count is one short. Somehow we're missing a laser pistol. Hardin will have my head if I don't find that weapon soon. I can't delay my report to him any longer. If you happen to find it, bring it here right away. I might be able to throw a few supplies your way if you do. Have you found it? Our patrols are always bringing more stuff in. Take a look.
Неплохо. Ну, передам ці свідчення. Правда, оцінки братки зробили, м'яко кажучи, неправильні. Все-таки передам. Він же просив. Взагалі, чесно кажучи, я переконався, що оці Західне братство умом не члени Західного братства умом не блещать. Я це переконався ще на ізгоях в третьому Фоллауті. Тупі як валянки. І як з такою тупостю можна собирати технології, а?
Have you had any luck finding the scout? Good. Let's take a look. If I'm reading this right, it appears that the NCR's grip on this region is nowhere near as firm as I thought. I'll have to review these in detail, but these reports have given me much to think about. Thank you, Outsider. You've become someone I can count on, so I believe I can share something rather confidential with you. The device that creates the sandstorms above, that masks our comings and goings, was only intended to be used in case of emergencies. It was never meant to be used with any regularity, and the other systems here were not designed to accommodate such usage. In particular, the air filtration system simply cannot handle the quantity of sand and grit that it's been forced to cope with these last few years. As a result, the system is failing, albeit slowly. I'm told we have a scant few months before it shuts down completely. Should that happen, it will quickly become impossible to breathe here in the bunker. Already the air quality begins to slightly worsen. I would like you to find the components we need to fix this bunker's air filtration system. I cannot overstate the importance of this task. See Senior Knight Lorenzo for the details. He's the one who brought the matter to my attention, and the only other person who is aware of it. Back again, I see. Please make all haste.
Говорити зі старшим рицарем Лоренцо? Ну, добре. Ну, стоп. Заметки. Паладін, який відповідає за стрільбище?
Hey.
Oh, you must be the outsider everyone's buzzing about. Pleased to meet you. I'm Lorenzo, Senior Knight and General Handyman around here. So now I'm going to have your death on my conscience too? Great. You think you're the first person the Elders trusted with this? He sent 3 of our patrols out looking for those components, and they're all dead. I was the one who supplied the Elder with the location of possible sites where we could find the components, so their deaths are my fault. And now it's your turn. Well, don't say you weren't warned. I won't take the blame when you die horribly. But I can tell you're getting impatient. The items I'll need to keep the system running are a differential pressure controller, a reverse pulse cleaner, and several HEPA cartridge filters. At present, my best guess for finding the items would be to search any of the old vaults in the area. Those vaults were usually built much like these military bunkers, even using the same contractors in their constructions at times. I'll mark the vault's locations on your map. Best of luck to you. Good to see you. Alive, that is. Have you found all of the components yet? It's amazing that you've found any of them and not gotten gruesomely mangled. Keep up the good work.
There have been reports that the NCR is moving more and more troops into the area.
Убежище 11. І убежище 22. Да. Ну що ж. Найдемо ці фільтри, чи що там? Правда, в убежище 22 я вже був. А от убежище 11 не посіщав, і там ще повно роботи, так сказати. Його всього треба зачистити і так далі. Я пам'ятаю, це останнє убежище, яке нам треба, і чесно кажучи, там люта жесть відбувається. О, треба поспати. Рециркуляція повітря. Ось, понятно, де шукати оці фільтри. Понятно, не те приміщення.
Don't mind me. I have to wrap things up here, gather my gear, that sort of thing. I'll be leaving soon enough.
Довбане убіжище таке запутане. Ладно, щоб попасти туди, там пролом в стіні показаний. Понятно, з водою треба йти тепер. А я сподівався, в цю вигрібну яму мені більше вертатися не прийдеться. Яке ж все-таки мерзке місце. Припоминай, як же туди попасти. Тільки зря ходив. Вже бачу. Тут просто вихід. Хороша позиція, щоб повідстрілювати спорові рослини. О, тут ніхрена. Думай, куди ж піти? Ладно, будемо ісходити з того, що є. Як би це приміщення, блін, попасти? Може з 3-го рівня десь є. Вхід.
That's the last of these. Empty.
Понятно, куди нам тепер прийдеться пройти. Ну, зато нова локація. Я вже забув, як її колись посіщав. Ну просто супер. Фільтри в нас тепер є. Якби не завалені проходи, убіжище було б набагато простіше пройти. Тепер ще раз пройдемося тут. Може тут щось цінне є? Не просто так, що тут відвлечення. Блін. А тут нічого. Хоча вроді би по одному квесту нам ще прийдеться сюди вернутися. До цього квеста ще далеко. Ну, а на цьому поки все. Убіжище 11 ми відвідаємо в наступному рівні. Ой, в наступному відео. Дякую за увагу. Пока.